Hey, what's up, people? How's it going there? I'm actually using an old phone I had laying around the drawer here. I want to be able to go online, Wi-Fi and stuff like that to get this thing through. Yeah, my little camcorder. Like I said, I was trying to video some graffiti I did a long time ago. I was on the subway. So I was going by. I guess I'm getting old. I dropped the fucking thing. Fell, got smashed in the tunnel, in between cars and stuff. I'm ordering a new one. Now, the reason I use that instead of a phone is because I personally don't have a phone. I'm just not that like doing all that, like talking to people and stuff like that. If someone wants to see me, they just come by and see me. And I have other reasons also, like my brother, he's in prison, not eligible for parole till like 2039 or something like that because of a phone triangulating cell towers and this and that. So you never know, you get angry or something like that. Or whatever, life is like that. So I personally decided to not carry a phone. All right, now let's get into some Jamaica stuff. If you guys don't like this, I'm just going to shoot it like this, like I said, on this phone. And I can always redo it when I do get my camcorder, but I'm starting to realize, you guys starting to be like, oh, fuck this dude. Well, okay, it was fun while we watched it, but, I don't want you guys to move on and forget all about me, so I figure I got to keep it going, So here I am, doing it this way. Like I said, all push comes to shove later on, I could redo it a different way or something, just discuss the topic once again, just go right through it again or something, But, all right, yeah, I was down in Jamaica. Like I said, I was staying at, at first, I was staying with Auntie Doris. These people that rum, my friend Rum. I'll have him on here one day. He used to write rum. Didn't really write much graffiti. Neighborhood guy. A Syrian dude. He had some people down in Jamaica in the West Indies there in the grill. Very Christian folk. Very, very religious, very nice people, Auntie Doris and shit like that. Real nice people. So, yeah, originally I was staying with them for a while. And after that, I bounced more towards the West End. That's when I started hanging out around MX3, which is, like I said, the reggae stadium and stuff like that, and staying with this guy, Cuba. Like I said before, not Cuba TDS, not the Death Squad, Cuba from Uptown. That's my boy. I've known him forever. Cuba. But a different Cuba. This Cuba I'm talking about, from Jamaica, the West Indies. Passed away. He's dead. He died in 2015, I believe, a heart attack down in Jamaica. Oh, yeah, he was a very nice guy. Him and his sister, which Miss Pringle, I used to call her. I used to live there, and I rented a room in there. I used to outlook the whole reggae stadium and stuff like that. It was nice. You could actually Google the place, MX3. I painted down there. They knocked a little off my rent. I actually had a bucket paint I used. I painted a picture of Bob Marley on the inside the stadium, painting of the Lion of Judah. Painted a nice one, real cool looking, like cataract eyes, real grimy looking fucking lion. Everyone loved it. And that they knocked a little off my rent, like I said. And let me tell you about some times down there. I'll tell you a funny one. I was bored. I was down in Jamaica, the West Indies. You could have, Joey TDS. Yeah, he came down, to hang out with me and shit. Crazy shit. So I get Joey down there. He lands and all. My wife, she was actually alive at the time. Not my wife, actually, never married or anything, but my baby's mother would be the proper term to use, if I'm being honest, yeah. Baby's mother. She was down there. At this point, she was actually pregnant with Bobby, my son. So, Joey comes out, Joey TDS. So we're hanging out on the beach area, gazebos and stuff, they play live music and shit like that. There's one place, I forget what happens. I get up, I gotta go to get a drink. I mean, like I said, my baby's mother, Katie Ann, was pregnant, so she wasn't drinking. And even if she wasn't pregnant, she don't drink. It's just not something she did. Some Jamaican women, they drink, stuff like that. But she wasn't a big drinker, just like me. I don't really drink, If I'll nurse a red stripe like I did this particular time, I'll buy one. Drink it real slow. Smoke a lot of weed, shit like that. Mushrooms, love it, you know. I'm never a big drinker. Never was. Alcoholism ran in my family. Ran in my family deep. Maybe just seeing that shit my whole life just turned me off on alcohol. I don't know. Never really enjoyed the feeling of alcohol. I've drank, yes. Never interested. But anyway, this particular night, I'm going, hanging out. And, you know, I had people down there and shit, you know, making sure everything's all right, you know, off to the side and whatnot, you know. But, you know, the Joey's down there. Anyone know Joey? Joey TDS, yeah. He came down. So we're hanging out. I'm like, yo, this fucking place is great, man. It's fucking lawless, yo. You don't see no cops, no nothing, man. Yo, this shit here, yo, come on, Joe. You're going to have some fun, right? So, you know, I get up and I was talking to some people I saw and shit. And you know, these are big cats, man. Big motherfuckers down there, you know. I'll tell you a funny story about them anyway. They saw me out there once. But, so anyway, you know, I come back over. It's like these dudes, like, they're talking to my baby's mother-to-be, you know, like I said, she's pregnant, all, you know. So I'm behind him, you know, I'm like this, you know. Well, yeah. So she's like, kind of like, I don't know. So she's like, oh, here he is now, you know. So I come over, and I talk, you know. Like, I don't go away, you know. So I'm being friendly and shit like that, you know. It's, you know, you never want to see a woman see you be jealous or anything like that, you know. It's unbecoming behavior. So you hide that, you know, in your mind, you're like, get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. You know, so, you know, he's kind of like not taking the hint. So Katie Ann is her name. God rest her soul. She's like, yo, let's go over here, man. You know, we go over somewhere else. You know, fucking guy follows us, you know. And at this point, I'm like, oh, my man. You know, he's from America, a white dude. Yo, my man, I'm over here talking, you know, it's baby mother and shit, you know, we got stuff to discuss and this and that, and, you know, go over that way with that shit, man. You know, the guy's obviously drunk, this, that, and I was yelling, screaming and shit, you know. He pushes me. So I said, oh, wow, gotta knock this motherfucker out. But before I do that, I said, wait, I don't want to look like an animal. So I go back over to my Katie Ann, we're going to call her. I can't keep saying my baby's mother, you know. We'll call her Katie Ann. So I go back over to Katie Ann. I'm like, this dude trying to bug the fuck out over here, you know. I said, you know, you're pregnant and shit, God forbid something happens, you know, you fall or something like that. I'm like, you know, this guy's causing immediate danger, imminent threat. And she's like, well, you know, this, that. I said, well, you know, stay over here, you know. Try and keep this guy away, you know. If he comes over, he starts walking over towards her again. I'm like, yo, listen, man, you gotta go that way, you know. So he pulls out a fucking badge on me. No, for real. Sitting like Detroit, New York, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Police department from Detroit. I'm a cop. Like, from Detroit, right? I'm like, man, fuck you, man. That shit's from Detroit, man. I'm a fucking cop from New York, motherfucker. What? You know? It's like, fucking, we're all cops out here, you know? So, you know, he pushes me. You know, I push him back. All of a sudden, I notice like 3 or 4 other dudes hop up. You know, one of them was like Chinese, other one possibly black, Spanish, dark-skinned looking fella, and there's another white guy, you know? So I'm like, oh shit, you don't realize, you know, so then all of a sudden my people start hopping up, you know. And Joey's like, yo, Joey's like, the fuck, you know. So I'm like, yo, the dude pushed me, I go, pa, just fucked him up, man. I beat this dude 6 ways to fucking Sunday, man. So then all of a sudden he gets up, grabs a chair, throws the fucking thing at me. So I grab the chair, I do my old fucking Van Helsing, the vampire shit. I put my foot on one leg, I rip the other leg off that shit, fucking shard that shit down. It's like a big fucking vampire's fucking spike. I start chasing that motherfucker around like Van Helsing, you know? No, I actually catch up to him, but instead of him pounding the fucking thing into him, I actually beat him in the head with it a couple of times. I put it down. I go up to Joey. I'm like, yo, this shit, this is shit I'm talking about, bro. This is fucking living, bro. You know, so Joey's like, yo, this, that, you know. So at this point, Katie Ann, my baby's mother to be, she said, I'm going to leave you boys tonight. You guys do you, man. Be safe. You know, she told Rock and Richard and them, those are the other dudes out there, yo, keep an eye on these fucking dudes. You know, they're bugging out. You know, so she leaves. Now I'm like, hey, this, that, what's up, Joe? This, that, blah, blah. At this point, Rock and Rich had actually come over. I'm like, yo, man, you got the fucking, the federales are coming, These dudes, they're from there. They live down there. They're my peeps, I'm like, federales. Like, what the fuck? Federales, So I look, it's like fucking army men. They got the blue on with the red. They got machine guns and it's like, yo, they're coming for you and shit. I said, for what? And he's like, yo, them dudes that you just fought, it's them over there. I was like, oh shit. I was like, come on, Joe. Like, Joey did, yes, I swear, yo, there's people out there, yo, ask him about this shit. I'm like, yo, come on, Joe, we gotta go. And King Joey started running up along the sides of the waterfront, right? It's like people's backyards and shit, right? So I'm like, you guys know Joey, big dude, man, kind of heavy, heavy dude. So I'm like, yo, this dude's slowing me down. They really want me, they don't really know about Joe too much, So I'm like, yo, Joey, I put him behind an outhouse. An outhouse is a bathroom. You go outside, there's no plumbing underground and nothing. It's like a whole piece of wood. You squat down and take shit. Go down there, a bunch of worms and shit eats it up. Every so often you dig a new one if you want. Anyway, bacteria kind of just eats itself at one point. So that's where you go to the bathroom. I have Joey. I say, okay, you stay here. I'm around this way, just and get them away because he can't, I'll keep it going. I'll just have him go, So that's what I did. I went out, I saw them, ran around the side. So okay, I'm going to try and make it up the road. Now, he's safe. He's in the dark behind someone's house and shit. Poor Joey, I swear, he just landed there. Fucking Jamaica, the West Indies. Joey's from Harlem, So that's where he landed in Jamaica, West Indies. Like 4 or 5 hours later, he's like, chased by like fucking military police with machine guns and shit. He's bugging the fuck out. So I run up to the road, right? I see, they pull up in a car and I start hopping out and shit, like the back of like a pickup truck coming for me. I'm like, fuck. So I gotta start running back towards the water line. I turn around, start running through these two people's yard. Boom, in front of me. Like 6 or 7 of them. They're spread out. They're spread out by 8 feet each, So, fuck. Hey, fuck it. I tried to do like football. Catch up to them. Now, I actually got past them. Then I tripped over some shit. Busted my ass. As I was getting up, actually got away again. What? They grabbed me. At this point, I was right where Joey was. So I was like, oh, shit. Oh, Joey's there. A couple other people come, too. This dude's getting ready to go fishing, shit like that. Bunch of people start surrounding around. They got me. They got the fucking M16 that bashing me. And the fucking head would strip my whole shit open. Then they actually hold me like this, right? I'm dead serious. Ask Joey, TDS about this shit. They hold me. One of these military police guys hold me here. The other one holds me here, right? You got one of them, he's got me around the waist. Now this cop guy, the police guy that was from Detroit, the white guy I originally had a fight with, they actually let him beat the fuck out my face. Like, he literally used my face as a fucking punching bag, right? Then Officer White. This guy became a problem in my life down there. Officer White. Blackest motherfucker you'll ever see, but his name was Officer White. Down the Grill District. Yeah. Anyway, he gets like something. Joey says it was a piece of a palm tree. Like a coconut tree, like the tusk of it, the hard tree. I think it was a cricket bat. The thing that you play this game called cricket. It looks almost like a conductor's pad. Whatever it is, man. Bah, bah. I blacked out. By the time I came through, Joey's shaking my shoulders and shit. I was like, yo, how bad is it? Dude, like, yo, I swear. At these people's place and went where Joey's staying, didn't really have him up where I'm at, he needs the normal comforts and shit, can't have him going to the bathroom in the outhouse and shit. So he was hanging out over near Auntie Doris's house, like I was saying before, where I first started out, real Christian folk, had him over there, people pay attention, they got him like that. All good over there, Back over that way, I swear I looked in the fucking mirror. It's like there was fucking, like it was sliced like this, and it was actually like white shit, like scribbling out of it. It looked like fucking fish eggs or something. Like, yo, I was like, what the fuck is that, Joe? It's like, I never saw no shit. It actually was adipose. It's like fat. Found out later, of course. But when I did it, I'm like, yo, What am I gonna do about this shit? I can't leave this shit. This shit's like not right. And I got like fucking two eyes. Like it was literally sliced. No, down here it's sliced. So it was almost like an eyelid in the middle, like a weird shit. I'm like, I gotta get this shit fixed, you know. So my man Brucey, bring me over someplace. Sewed that shit up beautifully, man. Probably better than I could have got that shit done in New York. Sewed it up good. But yeah. Yeah, Joey, man, he was funny, man. Yeah, he actually, he met Katie Ann Burchell before she had passed away, you know. That's one funny story, man. I was like, yeah, Joe, this shit is like lawless, yo. What? Let's set it off. Like, yo, Jamaica, yo. Shit gets crazy sometimes. But, yeah, Officer White, you see what happens is, if you're from Jamaica, the West Indies, you're living down in Jamaica, you're a Jamaican. You smoke marijuana and shit, you get in trouble. You get fucking trouble. You get in trouble. You could wind up in prison, shit like that, you know? Now, if you're a tourist, like a white boy or something like me, and I'm down there, obviously, I don't speak patois like that, you know what I mean? I'm down there, smoke a weed, they'll walk right past me. See, because what happens is, tourists bring a lot of money. Tourism is one of the main sources of income through that place. I believe sugarcane, stuff like that too. Believe it or not, hemp, you know, to make sails and stuff like that. Another very big import, sugar and stuff, you know. A few other items that come out of that country. But I forgot what I was fucking talking about. Yeah, hemp, this, that. Yeah, I don't remember. Had something, oh, right, Officer White. So yeah. I'm down there. If I smoke weed or something, he don't do nothing. You know, he's a tourist, you know. You don't want to scare away the tourists. You don't want to go back on Yelp or whatever. But Yelp and shit wasn't even around back then. I'm just trying to give you youngins an example of what I'm talking about. They don't fuck with you. That's half the reason I'm down there. You get me? So I go and I'm doing my thing and everything. Yeah, every so often this guy'd come across me, like, you know, he's like, damn, like, when the fuck you get out of here? You know, he'd say in patois, of course, you know, they're like, when the fuck are you, like, going home and shit, you know? It's like starting to get to that point, you know? Yeah, I had a bunch of run-ins with Officer White. He actually became very high up. From what I understand, you guys could probably look him up down the grill. He actually started going, I believe he was originally from down up at Kingston. And then I think he went back there and he wound up getting a pretty high title or something like that. Yeah, like, this shit's wild over there, man. Whoops, that shit's like a fucking war zone. Believe that shit. By the time I broke out, that shit was crazy, man. Yeah, here's another funny story. At this point, Katie Ann, my baby's mother-to-be, pregnant. And now, you know, like Rastafarian beliefs and stuff. Anyway, she didn't want to go to the doctor. No disrespect to her, God rest her soul and all, but I told her, you know, I'm from America. I'm not just from America. I'm from fucking New York. I'm not just from New York. I'm from fucking Manhattan, like the modern hub of fucking technology and shit. I said, you know, you're pregnant. Me, Robert, I need some kind of okay, like everything's good inside your belly. Your child is coming along good and you're okay. And I mean, I'm an American, you know, like I can't just like, it soon come and like throw some salt over my fucking shoulder. Like, yo, it don't work that way. Like I need some medical motherfucker to be like, yo, yeah, it's kicking, yeah, you hear the heartbeat and stuff like that. I said, I'm so sorry, but this is me. This is very important to me. And if I mean anything to you, you might think about granting me this fucking wish and going to gynecology doctor thing, you know? You're pregnant. I mean, you got a belly, you know, obviously, you know. I mean, you know, down there, as far as it goes with religions, you got a big Christian faction, Muslim, Indian imams down there, like Hinduism, stuff like that, voodoo, Rastafari. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's cool. It's, you know, everyone's cool. Religion's hardly a topic. You know, it's not like the bullshit around here. But yeah. Anyway, she decided to go to this place, like a gynecology baby to be born person. And, yeah, everything looks good. This, that. She's like, see, I told you, you know. I said, well, I never doubted that everything was okay. I need to hear that from someone else. I mean, how do you know? You're up top. You can't even see the bottom of your damn belly. You know, like, what the fuck? You know, your feet are swollen and shit. You're pregnant, yo. Like, you know, make sure everything's going good, you know. So he's like, I told you everything's okay. This, that. I was like, fuck, now it's going to be hard to get her to go again sometime, you know? But anyway, push came to some, kid came out, and Bobby, shit was good. And, yeah, anyway, I was going to one of these gynecology appointments. And the only one, actually. And along the highway, I see a dude writing graffiti. But now Wayne was the driver. Let me see, do I still got minutes in? I don't know, this is on the phone. I'm over here talking. I don't even know if you guys are going to see this shit. Yeah, all right, so Wayne, he's an inbound, like I was talking about before, Indians. You know, like a dude from India. At least he looks that way, but he's born and raised down there in the West Indies, Jamaica. Indian, they call him inbound down there. So he's the guy driving me around. He drives me around all over, good guy, you know. So I was like, yo, Wayne. I said, pull over, man. I check this guy out. He's writing graffiti. Let me see what he's writing. You know, so I look. He writes net, N-E-T, 156, K-R-T. So this guy, he's running right up to trucks, doing this shit. I'm like, dude, he ain't down there. See, most motherfuckers, they don't leave, like, their little, like, place that they stay, like sandals or footsteps in the sand or whatever the fuck they call, you know, these tourist resorts. They tell you, you know, don't go outside there, man. You fucked up real quick, man. You disappear and shit. You go fucking around out there, you know. So really, you know, most of the resorts, people go down there, they stay on the fucking resort. This fucking guy, net 156 KRT, he writes. Cost KRT. You know. Stop. Like, yo, he starts running away and shit. Like, but he ran away from me, you know. So I'm like, you know, I'm like a dog and shit. I'm like, I'll get that motherfucker, you know. But I say, you know, Katie Ann's pregnant and shit, you know. She already don't even want to go to this appointment, you know. Not like it's against her beliefs, and I don't know the whole story behind it. But I say, shit. You know, so I get back in the car and stuff, you know. We go to the appointment. Everything's fine, like I said, you know, healthy. Everything's coming along good and all. So I get back around. Let me go down to the beach area, see what's going on, you know, scraggle around and shit, fuck around, smoke some weed, see who's, you know, hanging out and shit, you know. I go down there, I go to Mr. Slice. This dude's from Canada, all right? Well, he's actually Jamaican, went to Canada for a while, just like Cuba I was talking about before, went to Canada for a while, came back down, opened up a pizza parlor. Pizza parlor. Yeah, this shit's like a fucking saltine cracker. Yeah, it's fucking ketchup out of this. Yeah. But anyway, you know, I'm in there talking to Mr. Slice, you know. I think Supercat was actually there. Off to the side. You know, I look inside where the oven is. He actually does have a pizza oven in there. And I look, and I see this net, 156, KRT, you know. I go over there. I'm like, God, shit looks still wet. You know? I mean, fucking thing's still wet. So I say, yo, Mr. Slice. That's his name. Mr. Slice. That's all I know him by. That's all anyone calls him. For all I know, he could be running from the law up in Canada. He don't tell no one his fucking name, you know. That's how a lot of the dudes that wind up down there are down there, mostly hiding from the police or some shit, you know. Anyway, I said, Mr. Slice, yeah. But that's graffiti there. He's like, yeah, man, him come in here, yeah, you know, good guy, yeah, you know, like he gave him extra money or something for his pizza or some shit like that, you know. I'm like, yo, where's he staying at? You know? So, I forgot what he said. He said sandals or beaches or some shit like that, you know. So I run across the street, you know, I've got Richard waiting in the car, you know, my boy Richard, you know, with Wayne, the inbound. So I go over to the hotel. They say, yeah, he's in this room here, you know. I go over to the room. I knock on the door. I'm like, yo, what's up? I write RD. RD 357. He's like, oh, shit. Yo, I'm there. I was like, yeah, I know. I was talking to you on the road, man, on the highway, man. You ran away and shit. What how you doing, man? What's going on? Are you all right? This, that, blah, blah. So we hung out. We talked for a while and shit like that, you know. I told him, yo, listen, you want to have some fun, man? He was with a girl from there, but not from Jamaica, but like from here. He brought her with him. Oh, female. He was with her. So anyway, he's with her. I'm like, now listen, I said, sure, you want some fun, man? We go up to the mountains, man. I got AK-47s, SKSs, fucking all types of shit. You have some fun, man. Shoot at coconut trees and shit like that, It's like, oh, yeah, maybe, that sounds like good. But he's like, I got my girl in this and I'm going to talk to you in a little while, and blah, blah, blah. So I said, all right, let me not keep you then, but set it off, have some fun, man. AK-47, you ever shoot one of them fucking things, He's like, nah, man, but I'm like, all right, tomorrow here, 11 o'clock, right? Yeah. So, bigger and shit. I'm like, I go back up KDN. I'm like, all happy and shit, Wake up the next day. I'm like, an actual American and shit. Like, I haven't had a cheeseburger, nothing in a hot fucking minute. Because they got what's known as mad cow disease. So they don't fuck with no fucking beef, like 100% beef burgers. Yeah, you can't get that shit imported from nowhere, nothing, man. Shit's tight, man. Seafood, man. But, I'd fill up every night on lobster, so I ain't complaining. But anyway, make a long story short. I'm all happy and shit. KDN's like, damn, man, he's like a little baby and shit. I'm like, nah, this is cool, man. Like, not that I don't respect the Jamaican culture, but he's from New York. He's not just from America, man. Like, let me get a little, stand on. Go ahead, man, crazy bastard, whatever. So, and pass by. So, I go, meet him. Fucking guy's gone. And that. NET 156 KRT's not there. I go, my fucking lady fucking vacuuming. Where's this guy? He was here. He bounced. So fuck the way he bounced, I'm like, I was kind of like happy, I was gonna have some fun, this time. I mean, before that, I just drank a bunch of mushrooms and trip out and go swimming and shit like that, Like actually an American, a New Yorker. It was a big day for me, All of a sudden, the guy's fucking gone. So I said, shit, that's up, day, 3 days passed by. Bigger and shit, I bump into him again. I'm like, all right, there he is. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm just looking for a friend, but I think what it is? He probably heard rumors about me, So he kind of kept the distance and disappeared again and stuff. Yeah, yeah. But he was fucking around in mushrooms too a lot, so that might have a lot to do with it too, But yeah, maybe, he wants to be with his woman. He don't want to hang out with me or something, But yeah, I mean, he should have just said, yo, dude, like, I'm out here with a woman, You get me, right? So, all right, anyway, that was a funny one. But, net, KRT 156. All right, let me think of something else that happened. Yeah, the one guy I was talking about, we're hanging out down there with like Cuba and them. He was a funny dude. Big shot down there, man. I don't want to get into names and stuff like that, but anyway, one time I took a bunch of mushrooms, early on, in Westmoreland area, taking mushrooms and shit. I'm hanging out with these regular dudes and shit, That's one thing I did not like about Jamaica WI. Didn't like that shit they were doing, man, with them dogs, man. Like, they're kind of mean to animals. I mean, donkeys and shit like that, they like, but when it comes to a dog, they fucked up shit to them, man. That was some fucked up shit. But I mean, I'm just me. I mean, what can I do about it? It's people that I hung out with on a regular, but, come on, man, that shit's kind of, what I mean, if I start talking shit, they'll start throwing gasoline on my ass, you know what I mean? So, when I felt comfortable saying something about it, I would, but yeah, that shit kind of fucked my head up, man. Like, yeah, they did some sick shit to dogs, like just to have fun and like spare time or something, set the tails on fire, just stupid shit. Like, yeah, that was the downfall. That was a con when I came to Jamaica. Yeah, just I don't see no purpose in that. Yet they rely on the dogs. When someone come up that road that's not supposed to come up that fucking road, the fuck is their first defense? Them fucking dogs, man. That shit never made sense to me, man. It's just they treated them dogs like shit, Seriously, man. I'll tell you that, man. That's like stupid because, like I just said, you would want to take care of them dogs because them fucking dogs are there. They know you take care of them, they'll take care of you. Straight up, you know, like a dog is a working animal down there. It's not like my dog I got right here laying on my fucking bed, you know. This dog is actually like they work, you know. Or they don't own them, so they're just pretty much stray dogs that walk around and they eat what they can. If someone's cutting up fish or something, they'll eat the fish heads and shit like that, you know. But that's not even the abuse I'm talking about. Just like the stupid shit, running them over with cars and then leaving them there to suffer and shit, and like just digging them and shit. Like, nah, that was just sad shit, man. But anyway, I'm down there. I took some mushrooms and shit. Tripping out. You know, it's about 3 in the morning. At the end of the night, all the clubs and everything closed down. You have the wall, Westmoreland Wall. Everyone kind of hangs out there. Anyone that's anyone, really. You kind of go there, sit on the wall, you know, sun's, you know, it's late at night and shit. It's, you know, you got the crickets and shit, tweet, tweet, tweet and shit like that. People smoking weed, drinking red stripes and shit, talking shit. Some of them have fancy cars, a few of them. Some of them have nice hopped up motorcycles and shit, you know. That's sort of kind of like the big end of the night. Like all the bars and shit is shut down. It's like an after hours. I took a bunch of mushrooms that night. I was like swimming out real far, you know. And a couple of bigwigs, you know, like anyone that's anyone kind of hangs out down there, you know. So I go out, man, tripping on shrooms. I swear it's like 3-something in the fucking morning. So I go way out, man. I'm just swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming. And I look back. I make it to this little fucking buoy. I'm like, yeah, you know. I keep going out further, and all of a sudden it's like dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already dark, because that shit ain't a city. You're talking about little fucking, like, bungalows and huts along a fucking beachside. It's not like big fucking 30-story fucking buildings like Miami Beach, like, blowing light on you and street lights and shit. It's pitch fucking dark, man. You know? I'm like, yo. I actually spun around for a second. I remember, I was like, whoa. Actually, it's happened to me a few times. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, there's land. It's like, oh, for real, because it's like so hard to tell when you get out there, you know? I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. Whew. I swim back. You know, if you get twisted up in there, especially you fucking around with shrooms, you fuck around, think you're going to fucking wind up in Cuba or some shit. But anyway, yeah, it's one of them times. So I came back and, you know, exhausted, you know, I was like, whew. And all of a sudden I started sweating again, you know, it's hot as fuck down there, you know, it could be like 103 in fucking nighttime, you know, so I'm sweating and shit, you know. I'm one of these big shot guys, like I said, you know, I'm sitting there, drying off with a towel and sitting, I'm sweating, comes over, he's like, you know, they're dangerous, you know, predators, and this and that. So I said, what, on Jamaica Island? It's like, ain't nothing out here. You only got poisonous snakes out here, man. No mountain lions, no nothing, man. He's like, in the water. Sharks, you know, nocturnal and this, man. You fuck around, you don't worry about that shit. I said, you know, something like if my time's up or something like that. Or the way I worded it, I remember he didn't quite understand what I was saying. Speaking fast, and I'm not taking into consideration. He's speaking patois, you know. So, you know, I kind of broke it down to him that if I'm to die then that's when I'm to die. Like, nothing's going to change that. When your time to die is your time to die, you die. You know, like I kind of broke it down to him, and he's like, you know, smoking his weed and shit, you know. He's like, found that shit interesting, you know. Ever since I kept bumping into him. Matter of fact, the club down there, Jungle, opened up. Same neighborhood. This club Jungle opened up. I swear to God, because of me, they fucking use plastic cups now. True fucking story, man. I got a big brawl down there. There's this one dude I used to lift weights with. I didn't really lift weights with him, but there's one place where it's like they got a couple of weights. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even much. It's like maybe 2 45-pound plates, a bar, a couple of dumbbells and shit like that. But they do start getting like fucking car shit involved, weird heavy shit that they could lift and stuff. So I go down just to the bench, you know, boom, 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 you know. One day, you know, they come up to me like this to spot me. I mean, dude, balls is almost off my fucking forehead. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, my man, what the fuck, man? I'm all right, man. This ain't that kind of weight, you know? I don't need all that shit, man. Like, You gotta let someone know, like, that's your space, You don't let someone bounce their balls off your fucking forehead, man. Unless you're into that shit, you know what I mean? And you never let a signal, at least where I come from, like out in Spofford, growing up in the DFI facilities, nah, you don't let some shit, nah, you cut that shit in the butt. Hell no, that stops right there. Oh, get your balls off my forehead. You follow me? Yo, for real, man. Like, I don't know. So, I'm like, yo, fucking, fuck you. Yo, fucking kill you, man. So, anyway, I believe it was part of a church, like Christian setting with this church. So, religious folk come over, watch your balls, man, get back to my shit, keep an eye on them and stuff, I finish up my workout, I don't know, maybe a month or two passes. I'm in Jungle. The club, like I said, just opened, like the weekend before that it opened. I'm in there, He's sitting in the corner and shit, and now Denton, good friend of mine too from down there, Denton. He was funny, man. He liked setting shit up, man. He liked getting grimy. But anyway, actually, no one down there could really fight. Yeah, it's like, that below cap in your head. But as far as it goes, there's no real, like, taekwondo schools, no nothing. There's no gyms. There's hardly even exposure to, like, television, to be truthful. Yeah. In certain areas, yeah. It's like, there's no schools for it. But then again, some of the best boxers on the face of this earth have come from fucking Jamaica, Go figure. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, we're in this Jungle. Just opened, So, Katie Ann wanted to go check the place out. It's a new place, she's young. I figured at that point when I'm about 35, she's 22, something like that. Yeah, 22, 23 maybe. So, yeah, young girl wants to dance. I personally don't dance. I sit in the corner and just kind of like, yeah, that's me right there. I do the wop. Anyway, yeah, she'd be off to the side there, go to this place, The corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, fuck, there go that dude right there, So, I'm Denton, he's hanging out with me, and she's like, yeah, this, that, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yo, there go that body, like a fag and this and that, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, I didn't say all that now, Like, I'm just saying I want the dude's balls on my fucking forehead. Like, Denton happened to be there, you know what I mean? So, all of a sudden, Denton run over there, this dude, he started telling him that, like, I'm, like, saying he's a fag, or some weird shit like that. Homosexual. Ooh, geez, yeah, homosexual. So, like, I'm accusing a man of being a homosexual. That's one thing you don't do it to a Jamaican. You don't accuse a motherfucker of some shit like that. So it was on, man. Yeah, that dude was pissed. And like I said, he lift weights. He's a strong dude, man, But yeah, we were going at it, man, yeah. Actually, he smashed me over the top of the head. Blood all over the place. And I grabbed the glass, smashed him across the top of his head, So then I'm like, fuck it, man, I'm going to get my vampire shit, my Van Helsing. Let me get me a goddamn fucking steak, But it didn't come to that, we were fighting, we were fucking around, and kicking, and then trays, and then some other lady got fucked up. And he was actually on the bar, like, he was stocky, He wasn't tall. He was maybe up to my chest height. He was stocky, muscles, strong fucking dude, man. He's quick, man. But yeah, he just left his face open, He didn't cover that shit up enough, And yeah, I fucked him up pretty good. But yeah, I was gushing blood. I was pouring blood. There was blood all over the place. Then we're actually sliding around in the fucking glass. You gotta realize, this is Jamaica, the West Indies. It's like 100 and something fucking degrees out at night. So we're like, I'm pretty much in just like fucking bathing suit and a fucking light t-shirt and fucking flip-flops. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like rolling around this glass, and he's pretty much wearing the same thing. We're both rolling around this fucking glass, punching each other in the face. And, we're getting all these little cuts all over us and shit. There's blood everywhere because he also got the water. You know what I'm saying? Like the water and the liquid and the ice is melting and shit like that. And the liquid with the blood getting in it. It just looked like a fucking bloodbath. Two people, and we had some serious shit that needed fucking stitches. I didn't bother going. I remember my most serious one was somewhere around here. I just held that shit up over my heart, wrapped it up, and kept that shit from bleeding out, It was all right, but it wasn't like that bad, All the shit on my face, a little bullshit. A little puncture holes probably still there somewhere. Yeah. I'll find them. They're around there. I do believe this shit had something to do with that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's that. What else could I tell you about? Yeah, Sammy. D3, he also came down to Jamaica with me, man. He was having fun, man. He was going all these topless dip bars and shit. Yeah, he was having a blast, man. Sammy, he had a good time too, man. He was funny, man. He was fucking with Rock, man. Rock. He was telling you, Rock, going Rock, big dude. You know, he's almost my height. Dude's like 6'2", like 200 something pounds. He's fucking huge because you're always working on these boats and shit, fucking around. Big man, big wide back, yo, big fucking dude. Call him the Rock. Yeah, fucking dude, real big. But I remember Sammy was like, yeah, the Doopy Man. You know, Doopy Man, it's like a spiritual ghost. He's fucking with him. D3, Sammy took a coconut, threw it in the bushes, you know, fucking Rock, took off, man. Like, yeah, you know, on the wall, like I said, on the seawall. We all hang out at night, fuck around, you know, pull jokes on each other. Well, I mean, I pull jokes. A lot of them guys are not into jokes. They don't fuck around. Me don't joke, man. Yeah, that's funny. But I'm going to get D3 on here to actually talk about that. Yeah. And, all right, let me see what else happened down there. I wrote graffiti. Still to this day, like people that actually get out their resorts and check out Jamaica, the island of Jamaica. They see me up. They still let me know. You know, I see you up out there, RD. But I mean, there's a lot of people also that they go down to Jamaica and they stay on the resort. Like they don't leave the fucking resort. I mean, everyone will tell you that. They'll be telling you that shit from the minute you land on a plane until the minute you in that resort, until everything. They'll tell you, yo, don't leave the resort, don't leave the resort, don't leave the resort. And if you don't leave the resort, you won't see me up. Straight up, it's like that. But yeah, shit does get hectic, yo, man. They be cutting down trees and shit. Should land over the road, your car gets stopped. All of a sudden, they run out with machetes, and that's it. That shit happened like 4 or 5 times when I was down there. People heading all the way fucking to Montego Bay from fucking the grill and shit like that. Hell yeah. They know that's where them, you know, wow, man, you gotta be careful down there. But yo, nothing for nothing. A lot of respect for them people, man. A lot of respect for that country, man. I had a blast, man. I love the shit. Great fucking time, man. And dudes, yo, they do it. Like, yo, they really do, man. Like, yo, all that honor and pride and shit, that's important to them, man. And, yo, not like this